What's up everybody? In today's video, I'll be spending 100 days in Minecraft Pixelmon completing the Kanto Pokedex. That includes the original 151 Pokemon, all the way from Bulbasaur to Mew. By the way, if you haven't already, please make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. It really means a lot to me. With that in mind, I want you guys to tell me what your favourite Generation 1 Pokemon is in the comments section. I think I'll turn this into a series as well and give myself 100 days to complete each generation of Pokemon that is actually available in the game. For this video though, I won't be counting any regional variants, so that means Galar regional variants or Alolan regional variants. It has to be the Cantonian version of that Pokemon. I won't be allowing myself to use any other Pokemon to help as well. I can only use and catch Kanto Pokemon. This will make the challenge even harder. Anyways guys, hope you enjoy. Let's get right into the video. As I only really had 3 starter choices, I went for Charmander as it's my favourite of the 3. I'll keep a little Pokedex total in the corner as well, so you guys can keep along and keep track of how many Pokemon we've actually caught in this video so far. I then went and bought some Pokeballs after selling the items I got from the Pokemon Center and tried to catch my first Generation 1 Pokemon, a Caterpie. However, Charmander accidentally crit Ember it, so I couldn't catch it just yet. But soon after, I did catch my first Pokemon for this challenge, and it was a Rattata. After this, I caught a Caterpie, a Growlithe, a Staryu, a Shelder, and I also caught an Abra. This brings our total all the way up to 7 Pokemon, and it's only the start. After this, I caught myself an Ekans, which got my total up to 8. After this though, I need to heal my Pokemon, and I did just that in the local village. I then went exploring the water. I found a Pokemon Center on the water. This had a PC in it, and this was brilliant for me, as I was able to access my whole team whenever. I then went ahead and found 4 Super Rods in this one Magikarp, which was kind of funny. I then caught a Krabby, which got my total up to 9. And I did my first raid then, which I managed to win. And when beating it, I got some XP candies from the win. And considering my Charmander had leveled up to 15, I knew I wanted to evolve it into a Charmeleon. This evolution was really important, as getting stronger Pokemon can help me catch the lower level Pokemon in later parts of the challenge. After this, I failed to capture a Tauros, but I did capture a Bellsprout. I also caught a Nidoran, a Geodude, a Cubone, my Caterpie evolved into a Metapod, and I also got a Sandshrew. I then found a new village with a new gym, but after this I straight away went back to catching, got a Meowth and a Voltorb. I'd just like to say as well here, that I'd catch everything that I saw what was Generation 1 early on, as it would save me in the later game from catching harder Pokemon, like Mew, Mewtwo, and any other legendaries. After catching the Arbok, and my Bellsprout evolving into a Weepinbell, that brings our total to 20. After this I was just focusing on trying to capture certain biomed Pokemon, so now I want to focus on jungle Pokemon. And with this, I straight away found a Tangela, which is great as it was quite a rare spawn. After capturing the Tangela, I then also caught a Mankey. I then went ahead and tried to catch a Venomoth, but I was running out of Pokeballs and it was just too high in the air. However, I did capture a Zubat. I also tried to capture a Primeape, but I only had 3 balls left. I then went for the Electabuzz with my final few balls, but it just broke out. So, no Electabuzz for me. I then decided that the Sand Temple for some reason was a perfect place to do 2 evolutions. I evolved my Metapod into a Butterfree. And I also evolved my Abra into a Kadabra. With these 2 evolutions, this brings our total to 25. I then went back to this village, and I wanted to buy some more Pokeballs, but there was no shopkeepers.
Where are they?
That's alright though, I'd go back to another village to buy some more Pokeballs anyways later on. With this, I can get back to capturing. So I've got a Nidoran, a Lickitung, And I also found this Jolteon raid den. I thought this was perfect, as it would save me from getting a Thunderstone. However, it ended up being me, so no Jolteon for me just yet. I did however then catch a Scyther, and I also found this Poliwag just swimming around in the lake. This brings our total all the way up to 29 now. I've been making great progress. I found the Blaziken, but I couldn't capture it. There's this Farfetch, which got my total to 30. And this bed would save me a lot, as it gives me a free Pokehill every time I sleep. After this, I finally caught this Electabuzz. And I also found this weird looking Marini. I was quite annoyed I couldn't capture it, because I really love Toxapex as a Pokemon. I then ended up capturing a Rapidash. And once again, I sold items to buy more Pokeballs. I then ended up capturing a Magmar, which brings our total to 33. And I then found a new village, and I thought this was a perfect place to set up our entire base. I then decided to leave some of my items in this Pokemon Center chest, as it would give me more inventory room. And then I did / trade sims that I could evolve my Kadabra into an Alakazam. After this, I found a wild Jolteon, which was amazing, and I straight away knew I had to capture it. After this, I got a Ponyta, a Doduo, Rhyhorn, Tauros, and I also caught this Grimer. This brings our total all the way up to 40 now. I then found this Mega Boss Swampert, and it was really cool, but I know I wouldn't even be able to use this Mega even if I could defeat it if I wanted to, so I just had to leave it for now. I then back to capturing and caught a Psyduck, a Poliwhirl, I then caught a Spearow, Kakuna, and also a Weedle. Like I said, our Pokedex totals can be really high to start off with, as there's so many Pokemon that you can get really easily from Generation 1. So I just aimed to get them first and then slowly build into the harder stuff. I then ended up catching myself a Paris, and also a Goldeen. However, looking into some of the stone evolutions, there's 5 stones in Generation 1 that have evolutions, but only 5, there's so many evolutions to get from all of them. It's going to be hard to get them, so I had to collect these whenever I could. Anyways, after this I caught myself a Kingler, which got my total up to 48. I then went ahead and found myself an Ivysaur, which was a super rare capture. Even though I still needed to capture Bulbasaur, it would just be easier later on for leveling that I could use an Ivysaur that's almost at its level to evolve into a Venusaur, compared to a Bulbasaur that I've got to train uploads. That was then followed by a Pidgey, a Machop, a Clefairy, a Mr. Mime, a Ghastly, and that now brings our total up to 54. We're over a third of the way there now, which is really good. I then found this Master Ball, which gave me an EXP. This is really helpful as it gives my whole team XP, so I can fight higher level Pokemon and get all the XP for my level Pokemon. This means carrying around Pokemon like Magmar and soon to be Charizard hopefully will be really good for leveling my lower level Pokemon like Voltorbs and Mankeys. I'll show you here in this Greedent fight. As we win and I'm using my high level Magmar, my team get a whole load more XP than if I was just fighting with them individually. I then found myself a Bulbasaur, which I knew straight away I had to capture, as it had its evolution with Ivysaur. Coincidentally, straight after finding Bulbasaur, I found a Pikachu. This now brings our total to 56 Pokemon. I then found a new village, and I had loads of items that I needed to sell, so I could buy some more Pokeballs, so I did just that. After this, I ended up finding myself a Drowsy, which I straight away had to capture. And after the Drowsy, I found an Execute, which I also captured. I then found a Mega Boss Rayquaza, which was super cool. I know I can't capture it or anything, but it's still really cool to see it. Hopefully I'll find more Pokemon like this in the future if I do further in the decks. After this, I came across a gym, which was a steel gym at first looks of it, and this was really helpful as my Charmeleon was a fire type and I ran with a lot of Pokemon which are strong against steel types. After being a Dugtrio, my Mankey also evolved into a Primeape. With this steel gym as well, it just goes to show how much the EXP is going to come in handy, as I can fight with Magmar and Charmeleon a lot and get my low level Pokemon to level up as well. As shown, as my Ghastly evolves into a Haunter, and I evolve that Haunter into a Gengar. After beating this steel gym, I found a Graveler, which I straight had to capture, for a total to 62. And off capturing that Graveler, my Ivysaur evolved into a Venusaur. And I evolved my Graveler into a Golem, which brought a total to 64. I just wanted to have a quick look at the Pokedex and show you guys that we're getting closer. However, there are a lot harder captures still to get, as I keep mentioning. So we'll just keep focusing on the easy captures for now, and then focus on those ones later on when we've got a bit more time and we've got a bit more resources to be able to catch them. I then evolved my Sandshrew into a Sandslash. I evolved my Machop into a Machoke. Soon after, I did the trade sim so I could get a Machamp. And I finally evolved my Charmeleon into a Charizard. I was really happy. This meant I could fly around everywhere and get to places a lot quicker. With that, we're at 68. However, we weren't done there. I wanted to add Gengar to my team as it's a super strong Pokemon. This meant my main to be Charizard and Gengar to help me capture. And with the Seeking captured, we're at 69. I then found a new gym which I wanted to beat, which was the Fire Gym. And with that, my Doduo evolved into a Dodrio. After finally beating the Fire Gym, my Grimer evolved into a Muck. This is what I mean by the EXP. It's just really helpful for leveling Pokemon and getting these easy evolutions out of the way quickly. I wanted to do a bit of fishing to hopefully get a Dratini. Unfortunately, I only pulled up a Tentacle for now, but it's still Generation 1, so it's still helpful. I then went ahead and caught a Horsey, Venomoth, a Weezing, and also a Coughing. My Spirit then evolved into a Fearow. And I then tried to focus on getting the fossils, as there are only 3 fossils that I needed. The Old Amber, the Dome, and the Helix. While doing this though, conveniently I found a Boss Aerodactyl. What were the actual chances of that? I then finally got a Magikarp 78 Pokemon deep. Quite late to be honest. I found a raid down with this Vaporeon. But just like the Jolteon, it ended up beating me. Maybe I shouldn't have taken a Charizard into a water type Pokemon then. I then caught a Dugtrio. We're now over halfway there on the Pokedex. And this is really good because we're getting all these captures out of the way, and thanks to the EXP, we're getting some easy evolutions out of the way. We're still going to have to focus on getting resources, so we got the fossil cleaner to get, also cloning machines, and there's also the fact we're going to have to spend time in the jungle hunting down Mew, and that's going to be a whole journey on itself, spending days on end hunting for Mew. I then got myself a Slowpoke. And also, after fighting this high level trainer, my Meowth evolved into a Persian. With this, our total is now up to 81. I then found a sea of raid dens, which was really good, but unfortunately, none of the good ones we were able to defeat, as they were all water types. Me and my friend got kind of distracted at looking at this Cyndaquil. No.
Oh.
Praise living life in the edge.
Oh. The little buddy who could. Hey Sasuke.
What? Wait, what? Wait, he floats. After exploring the desert, I then found a Hooper. Shout out to you guys if you watched my single player video where I actually caught a Hooper. I then tried to do this electric gym, but this Electivire destroyed my entire team, as it was the level of my Charizard and I had brought in really low level Pokemon with him. After beating this raid then, I used one of the EXP candies that I had got to evolve my Zubat into a Golbat. I then finally evolved my Rhyhorn into a Rhydon. This was a really hard evolution as it was level 42 to evolve it. I then used another rare candy so that I could evolve my Slowpoke into a Slowbro. And again, this is a really high evolution, so it's good that we've got it out of the way. I then found a Grass Gym, and just like the Steel Gym, this would be perfect for leveling, as I could use my Charizard and my Magmar in here. And with that, my Cubone could evolve into a Marowak. As well, my Horsey into a Seadra. This brings our total to 86. I then found this Mega Boss Manectric, and with a lot of luck, I ended up winning, which gave me a Manectricite. But not only that, I had a chance to use a Mega Ring. I ended up catching myself a Raticate. Magikarp evolved into a Gyarados while trying to defeat the Psychic Gym. And also my Pidgey into a Pidgeotto. I then found my first of 3 shrines I needed to find, the Articuno Shrine. Now I don't have any orbs yet, but it's still really important to find a shrine as they are really difficult and rare spawns. Well, they're meant to be rare spawns at least, because I actually ended up finding 2 of them. Unfortunately they're both Articuno, and we only need 1 for this. I would have preferred this to be Zapdos or Moltres. I just want to say that I focus on leveling for a little bit, because I needed to. Some of my Pokemon were really far off their evolutions like Pidgeotto, so every time I did a raid den or defeated a trainer, I would try and focus on getting Pidgeotto up and other Pokemon. Like here you can see off that trainer battle, my Drowsy evolved into a Hypno. But exploring around for all these raid dens meant that we'd find a lot of new Pokemon as well, like Boss Rattata, which gave me a Thunderstone. We then captured a Nidorina. We also captured a Venonat. After the Venonat capture, we defeated a Squirtle raid den, which I managed to capture. After capturing the Squirtle, we captured an Oddish. And then we also captured a Chansey, which is a really rare spawn. And we finally evolved our Pidgeotto using some rare candies into a Pidgeot. This will bring our total up to 96 now. We're almost at 100. I then found a challenge for a Dynamax band, which was really good as it would help me in some raid dens if I was able to get it and defeat this harder level Pokemon, and if there's any legendaries that spawn in raid dens that I needed to capture. Once again, just focusing on getting the fossils every once and now and again when I was exploring the ocean. And after defeating this boss Finneon, our Psylocke evolved into a Golduck. After evolution, we then found another Steel Gym, where my Squirtle evolved into a Wartortle, Oddish into a Gloom, I also have my Voltorb evolve into an Electrode. But we weren't done there in this gym, as my Tentacle evolved into a Tentacruel. I have my Kakuna evolve into a Beedrill. And we won the gym, which was really good, and it brought our total up to 102. I then found a really rare spawn in Jinx, which I ended up capturing as well. After the Jinx, my Paras decided to evolve into a Parasect. With these two, this brings our total up to 104. It's good that we're getting these rare spawns out of the way as well. Saves time for the legendaries. I then found a Mega Boss Gengar, which I ended up beating, which you know what that means? Gives me Gengarite, which means that I could Mega Evolve my very own Gengar. This definitely keeps him on the team. I know Mega Evolution is Generation 6, but it's available to us, not to mention it isn't really changing the dex total. I then found a Vulpix, which I straight away knew I had to capture. And after this, I found myself in a jungle. I found a jungle temple, and I had a few items that I could sell in the shop for a lot of money, which meant I could buy a few more Pokeballs. So I found a Santum, which had a GS ball, which isn't helpful right now, but it might be if I do Johto Dex. I evolved my Pikachu into a Raichu. After this, I had enough Waterstone shards that I could make a full-on Waterstone, which I used to evolve my Shelder into a Cloyster. This is really good, the fact we're focusing on evolutionary stones and getting these out the way. After this, I did a little bit of chest organization and found a few more Firestone shards. With that, I evolved my Growlithe into an Arcanine, which got my total up to 108. I then realised while caving, I hadn't actually caught a Diglett yet. When I found this one, I knew I had to capture it. It's actually an easy Pokemon to miss. After that though, I did a little bit of mining, as I knew I needed to get some aluminium so that I could make certain machines. Because a lot of the Pokemon machines require aluminium. So that could be like the fossil cleaner and also the cloning machine for Mewtwo. I then found this relic band in this mine shaft, which is really good, as it means that this sells for about 100,000 Pokedollars, which means I could buy myself a stack of Ultra Balls. After this, I needed to heal my Pokemon, but straight after, I had 2 more evolutionary stone items to get. We're getting really close to the last load of Pokemon to evolve. First was Vulpix into Ninetales, and then it's Staryu's turn into Starmie. I then found a new quest, and it's for the legendary bird trio. So this means that with one of the orbs, I could get a really good item if I bring it back to this person, showing that I had captured them. After beating this in Moongus, it gave me some nice XP candies, so I could evolve my Wartortle into Blastoise. And I had all Kanto's full evolution line. I then wanted to do some enchants on my items as I needed to, as it would help me with mining and also crafting items. I then found this Pruggly raid den, and from it I got my first orb. This was amazing, as it means I could choose from Moltres, Zapdos and Articuno on who I wanted to start hunting for first. And after being this Maractus, I got a Leaf Stone, which gives me another evolutionary stone, which I can evolve with either Galoom into Vileplume or Execute into Executor. I then had the shopkeeper who sold me an Ice Stone. This was perfect, it was written in the stars. I had to go with Articuno first. I then found myself my first Eevee, and this was great. I already had Jolteon, so I only need to capture 2 Eevees right now. My first Eevee caught. After this, I finally had enough levels so I could enchant my hammer. And I started on cleaning my fossils. First was the old Amber, and then the Helix. I still need to go exploring for the Dome fossil, but I had these 2 right now. I then just wanted to show a little bit of a speed up as I was looking for a cave so I could get some more materials like aluminium and diamonds. But I actually couldn't believe my luck when a Dratini spawned in one of the little ponds. Then when I spawned in the deep ocean. You guys need to let me know in the comments what the chances are of a Dratini spawning here. I did end up catching it, which is brilliant, as Dratini is one of the hardest Pokemon to find in the wild. After this, I finally did get into a cave, and I decided to get myself a few more Firestone shards, as well as a few good materials like aluminium and also some diamonds. It was then time for a few evolutions, as I evolved my Eevee into a Flareon, and then evolved my Gloom into a Vileplume. And with another leaf stone that I had at home, I evolved my Execute into an Executor. And I revived my Aerodactyl and also my Omanyte. With all of this is where I total up to 119. I then went out and decided I want to start exploring for the Dome Fossil to finish off my fossil collection. However, while doing this, I found myself a Lapras. This was brilliant, as Lapras is really rare as it only really spawns in the morning. I did end up catching the Lapras, and that will bring our total all the way up to 120 now. Out of this, I found myself another Dratini. I didn't end up catching this one though, as I still only needed one, and there was no point really having to. I did find the Dome Fossil, but just look how many other fossils I found before I got that one Dome Fossil. My luck finding this thing, I had none. While the Dome Fossil was reviving and everything, I decided to work on my Articuno orb a little bit by just going around killing wild Pokemon. However, I finally did revive it, and that brought the total up to 121, only 30 left to go. I then started exploring the jungle, hoping to find Mew at a random point. Unfortunately, I didn't know that Mew doesn't just spawn in the jungle, it spawns in Jungle M, which is only in Ultra Space. However, while exploring the jungle, I did make use of it and I found myself a Pinsir. Out of this, I found myself a Mega Scissor. Even though I can't use the Scissorite just yet, it's still helpful to just have all these Mega Stones, and even defeating it gives my Pokemon loads of XP for leveling. After this, I just kept exploring the jungle, because I actually hadn't looked up where Mew spawns, I just knew it was around the jungle area. I need to be better next time looking for these legendaries. However, I then beat this Bastiodon raid den, and it gave me 4 large XP candies, which was amazing. Dratini evolves into Dragonair at level 30, but doesn't evolve into Dragonair until level 55. I need to spend as much time as I can leveling up Dragonair, as it's going to be the longest evolution for me. After this, I finally found myself my second Eevee. This meant with a Water Stone, I was able to get Vaporeon and complete all Eevees in this generation. After beating a boss Fletchling, I got a Scroll of Darkness. It's not helpful right now, but it's still really cool to find it. After finally looking up where Mew spawns, I entered Ultra Space and needed to find myself a jungle biome. And soon enough, I did. However, Mew only spawns on the ground, so searching in the leaves and everything is pointless. Really, I need to clear this. However, I only had an Iron Axe at the time. I need a fast way to clear all these leaves, really. However, I found myself a Clefable in the caves. This was great, as it would save me a Moonstone being used, and this means that I only have to use 3 Moonstones now. I then decided the fastest way was setting fire to the whole jungle. This will speed up the process a lot, and with the fire spread on, it makes it really fast instead of going through chopping down each individual leaf and each individual tree. And this forest fire was huge. I may as well just set my Charizard out and got him to burn it all down. I then found this Mega Boss Pinsir, which I ended up beating, and it was really good because it meant that I had the option to use a Mega Pinsir now on my team if I wanted to. After this, I saw that a legendary Virizion had spawned. Come on man, I'm searching the jungle, why is it spawned in the birch forest? This is ridiculous. I ended up finding the Virizion. And, well, I did the only thing I could, and that was kill it, as it gave me lots of levels. And then I'm finding an Incineroar. So many cool Pokemon, but I just can't capture them. It's a bit annoying, but it's the rules of the challenge. Well, then another legendary had spawned. But you kidding me? Another Virizion? What is this? This is ridiculous. I'm searching the jungle, but it's spawning in the birch forest. Cool. I ended up having to leave Ultra Space for the time being, as all my Pokemon were dying and I had no PP left on them, so I had to go heal them. My orb was coming on really nicely though, which was really good. I put away a lot of my items that I didn't need, and then I went straight back out, as I knew now I had a lot to get. But while fighting this Mega Boss Fnatic, a shiny Zubat had spawned. I needed to get out of the battle ASAP. I did just that. I ended up catching myself my first shiny Pokemon. I then desperately searched for an Ultra Space portal back in, because I needed to get me done and out the way quickly. I needed to find my biome again. I searched across so many areas, large oceans, extreme hills, and then a Kyogre had spawned in one of the raid dens. I didn't bother fighting it because I had no way of beating it, and I can't even capture it. It's just really cool though. I then finally found myself back into Ultra Space, and at this point, I was panicking. I was thinking there's not many days left, I need to get Mew quickly. I was just destroying everything, trying to make as much room for Mew. And while filling in these holes, this ended up happening. Oh my gosh. There it is! Oh my god. Mew! Finally! Okay. Do I have... Okay. This fight was super intense for me, as I knew one wrong move, and I'd have to search for Mew for so long once again. I'm just gonna give a headphone warning right now though. That's annoying. There's a Venusaur next to me, so what? I'm just gonna try that annoying, but why not? Oh my god! Let's go! Let's go! No way! Yes! 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 And with that, we had finally obtained our first legendary Pokemon, and it was Mew of all legendaries to get first. Our total is now at 125. So cool to look at Mew like this. I can't believe I've got it. I now believe that we've got a real chance of completing this challenge. Anyways, back to the main realm. When I got back there, I straight got on to trying to build this cloning machine. However, I just didn't have enough items for it. I needed to go back down mining to get more items for this. And while doing so, I found a Lunatone. And on beating it, I found that it drops Moonstone shards. This is great, as this is one of two ways to obtain one of the Moonstones. I then caught myself a Jigglypuff, which I hadn't actually caught yet. I was quite surprised. After capturing the Jigglypuff, I found a Magneton raid den, which I ended up beating and capturing, which brings the total to 127 now. After this, we cleared out a lot of the extreme hills for Pokemon. First, I found a Hitmonchan, after capturing it, it was followed by Hitmonlee, then when being the Hitmonlee, I realised I had enough rare candies that I could evolve my Dragonair into a Dragonite. This was amazing, as Dragonite's not only strong, but it also is a Pokemon they haven't got in the Pokedex yet. And with those 3 captures, that brings our total to 130. Only 21 more to go. I still need to focus on the Articuno orb. Even though I hadn't got Moltres or Zapdos in orb yet, I needed to pull this ASAP. So I beat every wild Pokemon that I had saw. I then caught myself a Snorlax in the Extreme Hills, as well as a Magnemite. I then evolved my Kabuto into a Kabutops. Then Nidoran into Nidorino. I caught a Wild Seal. And I found a Nidoqueen Raid Den. This was great, as it would save me from using a Moonstone. This would be less Moonstones for me to collect, which is what I needed. This had to be a must catch. So, we did just that. After this, I evolved my Omanyte into Omastar. And with that, we're at 137. Only 14 more Pokemon to go. Come on guys, we've got this. I then got myself a few better balls in Dusk Balls and also Quick Balls. And I was searching the savannah, hoping to find a Zapdos shrine. As I hadn't found a Mace yet, because that's where Moltres spawns, I was just looking frantically everywhere, but couldn't find one. I did, however, defeat this Beware. And with my luck turning around, I got myself a second orb. This is great. As I had a Fire Stone at home, I decided to make it a Moltres orb. However, unknown to me, I couldn't train both orbs at the same time. I could only fill one orb at once. So this would slow down the process a little bit. I did, however, after entering the savannah, see that a Zapdos has spawned in a raid den. What? Is my luck finally turning around? If I capture this, this saves me from beating about 400 Pokemon for a Zapdos orb. It's a must win. My team wasn't great, having a Hawlucha and Quillfish, which are both weak to Zapdos' flying and electric moves. But come on, we've got this. Charizard using Fire Spin, chipping away at it, does so much damage. We got it really low, but at this point we only had 1 life left. Come on, it's below 20% and it's only got 3 bars left. We've got this. As long as Charizard doesn't die. But it just wasn't enough. Zapdos killed Quillfish with a Thunder Shock, and that was it. But we had to keep our heads up, as we went and found ourselves an Onix, which I still needed for the Pokedex. After the Onix, I beat this Jigglypuff raid den. And if you guys didn't know, capturing Jigglypuff, Clefairy, Clefables, Wigglytuff, all that, they have a chance of holding a Moonstone upon capture. So I went around catching Jigglypuff and Clefairies like there's no tomorrow, in hopes they'd be holding a Moonstone. I saw this mega boss Tyranitar. Just like the Rayquaza, it's just really cool to look at. I can't do anything with it and there was no chance of me beating it just yet. I then went around killing trainers in Pokemon like there's no tomorrow, in hopes that I'd be able to fill this orb up ASAP so I could start my Moltres orb. And doing that, my Seal would finally evolve into a Dugong. And with that evolution, we're up to 139 now. I then had this Dugtrio raid den, which ended up being, and it gave me my 3rd orb. That's great, I just need to find the Moltres and Zapdos shrine and then fill all the orbs up now. Don't have many days left though, so it's going to be difficult. However, I then found another Articuno shrine with an Arc shrine. Why am I finding so many Articuno shrines but I can't find any Moltres or Zapdos ones? I then found this shiny Vanillite. I can't capture it, so...
And then there's Chunky! He's dead.
After finally finding a Mesa biome, I found not 1, but I found 2 Moltres shrines. This was brilliant at this point. I just needed the Zapdos Shrine. I need to just complete all the ores by killing loads of Pokemon. This is a doable challenge now. There's not many days left, but I know we can complete it. I then decided that it would be my main mission to find the static shrine before I did anything else. It's pointless building up this orb to not find it. So I went searching around the whole savannah, looking everywhere for it, and sure enough, I found it. I now knew where Articuno, Moltres, and Zapdos shrines were, and my Articuno orb was almost filled up. That would literally leave Mewtwo as the only legendary left to catch after those 3. I then went straight back to grinding so I could fill this Articuno orb up and get it out of the way, and then get straight away started on the Moltres orb. While grinding though, I found myself a Kangaskhan, and I hadn't captured a Kangaskhan yet. This is great. It's brought a total to 140, and then I headed to the Nether, as I knew Clefairies were quite common there because I still need to get some Moonstones, and also it's an easy place to grind, as there's a lot of open space in the Nether. I then headed to the Articuno shrine, and once I got there, I felt ready for Articuno. I knew my strategy was to get it low and get it paralyzed or something, just so that'd be easier to capture. First I went to throw a few quick balls at it when I got into the battle. Here we go guys, Articuno, our second legendary Pokemon. After failing the quick ball tactic, I kept throwing loads of Pokeballs at it. I just couldn't capture it, even with Ultra Balls. I threw over 30 Ultra Balls at least. Until Mew came out, and Mew obviously brought us the luck. There it is, the first of the bird trio. Articuno, what a beautiful and wonderful Pokemon. After this, I flew Articuno back, and it was super fast when flying it. Now, let's get on to Moltres grinding. I then went around collecting my final Waterstone shards, as I needed the Waterstones to evolve Eevee into Vaporeon, and evolve Poliwhirl into Poliwrath. That was my Waterstone evolutions done now. And while being a Steeple Den, I got another orb. I don't need these anymore, but it was kind of cool. And let's beat this Decidueye. I was quite annoyed I couldn't capture it, but that's a challenge for you. I'm missing out on a lot of cool Pokemon. I then had to get a 5 catch combo on a Clefairy to finally get a Moonstone from it. That is 1 Moonstone out the way now. We just need 1 more for Nidoking, as I decided to use this one to evolve Jigglypuff into Wigglytuff. And with catch combos, increase the shiny chance. Of course, a shiny Rookity had to spawn on me. Why can it be a Generation 1 Pokemon? I then went back to mining and got loads of diamonds. And I built the cloning machine. It's my first time using the cloning machine, so I wasn't too sure what to do. But I inserted Mew. And then all I knew was that diamond blocks gave the best chance of Mewtwo spawning instead of Ditto. I still needed both, but I didn't want to waste my diamond blocks to then get Ditto. Come on Mewtwo, please spawn in for me. Come on please.
No, 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 no. Wait. Wait.
Are you kidding me? 3 diamond blocks for a Ditto. I could have put 3 iron blocks in and got a Ditto. It's okay. I still need it for the Pokedex, so it's not a total loss. I crafted loads of PCs because this was the only way to get Porygon was by crafting PCs. I got the Porygon body, which was good, as I needed 4 parts for it. After this, I spent some of my levels to make myself a really good diamond pickaxe, so that when mining, I could just get as many diamonds as possible and as soon as possible. After this mining trip, I obviously repaired all my items back up. I had diamonds. I was ready to go. One more time for Mewtwo. I do have a total of 3 attempts for Mew, which is mining like that is so annoying. I also got another part for Porygon, which is really good. 2 more left to get. After killing every Pokemon I saw in the Nether and also in those mines, this was really good for my Moltres Orb, and it was leaving me a lot more days to complete that Zapdos Orb as well. This was perfect. It was planning out just about right. Okay, come on. Cloning machine, don't let me down. Come on, Mewtwo, please. Yes, that's it. Mewtwo, come on. We've got Mewtwo. That's the easy bit now. Let's try and capture it. Got into the battle, and I got it really low thanks to Aerodactyl with Iron Head and using Charizard as well. Just wasn't staying in the ball. But then we had this one Ultra Ball, just like the Articuno, and bang! Mewtwo captured. 146, 5 left. I straight away knew I had to add Mewtwo to the team. There's no way I couldn't have Mewtwo in my team for this video. I then went around finding as many grass-type raid dens as I could, as I always had the chance of dropping the Leaf Stone, as I needed to evolve my Weeping Bell still into a Victory Bell. I then had to get a catch combo of 11 to get my Clefairy, and it would finally have a Moonstone, the last one I needed. This was brilliant. This way I could get my Nidorino into a Nidoking. This brings our total up to 147 now. After this I found a Leap Den, which actually dropped me a Leaf Stone. This is amazing. This means I can get my Weeping Bell into a Victory Bell. With that, it leaves me just 3 Pokemon left to capture, which is Porygon, Zapdos, and Moltres. These weren't going to be easy captures for me. However, I did find this Necrozma, which was really cool, but I can't capture it again. I know some of you guys might get a little bit angry in the video that I can't capture some of them, but it's just the rules of the challenge. Other than I'm grinding everywhere just to complete this Moltres Orb, as I knew it had to be filled ASAP. I then raced back to the shrine, so that would leave me just 2 Pokemon left to capture after Moltres. Right, here we go. Moltres, meet your maker. Moltres wouldn't go in an Ultra Ball. Luckily though, it was nighttime, so I was able to capture Moltres in a Dusk Ball. And with that capture, we're up to 149. We then had to aim to get Zapdos done ASAP, but also Porygon. The fastest way I thought of doing this was heading to the Nether, as there's Pawniards which spawn in there, and they have a chance to drop aluminium ingots. And this would mean that I could get my grinding done for Zapdos while getting aluminium ingots, which means I can craft PCs to get a chance at Porygon. This is my most efficient way of doing it. However, the grinding does take so long, and I'm down to my last few days. I'm not sure I'll be able to complete it. Once I've had enough aluminium ingots, I made it all the way back to my base and decided to make the last craft of PCs. And luckily, I got the right pieces for Porygon. I show you, grabbed the tail out, and I summoned Porygon. And with the capture of Porygon, we're at 150. 1 left. Zapdos, you're gonna be mine. Pokedex looks so cool as well, seeing them all filled in. It's just that one spot. After grinding out my orb a load more, I found a shiny Galarian Zigzagoon. Shiny Obscune looks so cool. Once again, I can't capture it. I did find this ultimate boss Ponyta though. On beating it, I couldn't believe it when it gave me a Master Ball. Last Pokemon, that's going to be called a Master Ball. With this Master Ball, it means I could guarantee Zapdos' capture. I just needed one more Pokemon to fill this orb up. And luckily, I found this Mischievous, and then I headed straight away to Zapdos' shrine. I did see as well that in the savannah, a Zapdos raid didn't actually spawn, but I had no time to stop and fight it. It would go over the 100 days at that point. I just had to go to the shrine and hope that I made it there in time. I went through the jungle, over the seas, and finally, I made it to the shrine. It was becoming night pretty soon as well, so we needed to get this done. Here we go. To complete the Kanto Pokedex. And with the capture of Zapdos, we've done it. We've completed the Kanto Pokedex 151. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you did like the video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It really means a lot to me. If you want me to continue this series as well, make sure you comment it down in the comments section. I'm more than happy to continue it, as Johto is one of my favourite regions. I also just want to mention the support that I've been getting on the recent videos is crazy. I can't thank you guys enough for it. Also, let me know your favourite part of the video, and when I captured your favourite Pokemon. Anyways guys, once again, thanks for the support. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.